Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles, and I'm trying to get my camera adjusted. Okay, I wanted to do a project. I kind of wanted to do something that was a little bit towards Valentine's Day. I found this necklace in my stuff, and it's very odd. This looks like it was a piece off of a, you can see there's 4 different openings. So like this was a piece of a bracelet, and it's not a very expensive bracelet. It looks cheap. But it had the tag Plunder Designs, which when I looked them up, they weren't worth much. Then it has all of these little things hooked on. I wanted to leave them on to show you. So it's got all these, gosh, because that ball is so big, I'm literally going to have to take this off to be able to get this unhooked, because every time I try to grip it, this big bead is in the way. Jeez Louise, this is ridiculous. Okay, there we go. And then this one is easier because it's a small bead. Okay, and then there's this one. And then here's the tag. And I'm going to take that off because there's no point in leaving it. I think it's already been amended, so it's not actually that design anymore, because they've done some changes. There's no way that's what came on it, because that's a cheapy bracelet link there. Okay, now this is the main thing that I want to take off. Now I do like these 2 pink beads on these 2 sides. So what I'm going to do is unhook each side. I like that bead, but I just don't like what they did. This one I like, but sometimes I like mixed metal, but on this one, it's so heavily brass, I really didn't want to do mixed metal on it. And the thing that bums me out is all my good brass stuff's at the bottom of that drawer. So I couldn't find any really good things to replace this pendant. And see, they did some crazy stuff, so just crazy. I don't know, weird. So I need to find a new piece to put between here. Oh, then there's another lobster claw here. Oh my goodness. Somebody was having fun. Okay. I'll just leave it open. Okay. So, I like this bead, so I'm going to take this bead off because it's a plastic bead. I don't want it. At least on this piece. And then I guess I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so I guess this is the side it hooks on, which I guess you show the hook in the design. So I'll have to find something big to hook on to there as a place to hook on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Instead of just hooking onto here, I mean, I could do something like this key, and it would hook on like this. See, but then that would look weird because it would stick straight out. So that won't work. So I've still got some things to, these are plastic, all of them, and they don't even match. They're just weird. So I wanted to use this beautiful rose quartz, but it only has a hole at the top, so it wouldn't string. And I thought this one was pretty, but it has 2 sets of holes, and I would have to string 2 strands on each side, and I don't want to do that. So the other thing I could find, which is not ideal, is this piece, which is kind of glittery and plastic, and I'm not real excited about it. So I'm kind of frustrated. I might not be able to have a big focal piece. I did find this, but this is no better quality than the one I took off. This one's a little nicer, but not really, and it's kind of sideways. So very frustrating. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Now I could just do beads, and that might just be, and here's some fun sparkly ones. Here I could use these 2. I could even use the beads and do a gray and pink, but see, I don't think the silver would go with the brass. So I'm thinking, trying to figure this out. So, so far I got these 2 pink beads. I've got a bunch of other, let me pull this out, a bunch of other pink beads laid out. Isn't this thing gorgeous? But it won't match. It's gold. Really beautiful. And I will use that in something soon. I absolutely love it. Then I have, these are magnetic beads, which are pink and the hematite color. I've got this pretty little glass bead here. And all kinds of pink and clear beads. Now I could chain all those together and just make a pretty chain. I really wanted a focal bead. Now I do have a twist glass bead we could use. That might be something. But since I want to go with pink, there isn't a whole lot here to use, and no antique brass at all. I've been going through buckets and buckets of stuff. I've got so much stuff over here. I've just been buckets and buckets of stuff, but all the good brass stuff's at the bottom of that drawer, and I can't pull that stuff out right now. I have nowhere to put it all, so we're gonna have to do the best we can. So let me go away for a minute, and then I'll come back and show you what I've decided to do. But these are what I have. Is a bunch of these are like a deeper pink, so I'm not sure if I want to use them. I don't know if you can see, it's a gorgeous faceted bead, but it's more of a peachy pink, and this is more of a light pink. So I may choose to, and this one's a peachy pink too. Do you see the difference? How peachy those are? I like the lighter pink. So I'm going to come right back. I'm going to raid my boxes, see what I can come up with, and I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't find much. These are all things I've taken apart. Some of them probably in front of you. This is a vintage plastic bead. It's kind of cool, but it is plastic. This is a really interesting acrylic bead. It's kind of pink, but kind of beige. I think it's more beige, but I did have it in with the pinks. I love these. They're always fun. This is a big, I think, I'm not exactly sure. It's not a cat eye. It could be a moon glow bead. Oh, look at this. If we want to make it an Easter bunny necklace, we could do that. Oh boy, there went my alarm again. That means time to make dinner, and I'm not making dinner right now. Actually, our dinner's cooking. If I scared you, I apologize. It scares me and my husband every time it goes off. This is a clay, and so is this, from a bracelet that I had to take apart. And then these are some really beautiful glass beads I've had for years. So let's see if we can come up with something. So basically, we want to find something, whether we keep these two beads, which I think we will take these off. And oh, they really wound those on. So what I'm going to do, so I don't destroy the beautiful, because it's really nice and I could reuse that, I'm just going to pull this open and pull that off if I can. Okay, I need to open it a little bit more. They did a good job. I'll show you what they did. They wire wrapped it nice, and I don't want to destroy that. It's a nice setting. So I'll leave that open. Then I can slide the next thing I make right onto there and shut it, since I had to open it anyway. And they did the same on this one. So we don't want to destroy that because that's really neat. Somebody did a good job. So whoever took this apart had some good ideas. I just didn't like some of their ideas. There we go. And see, again, they coiled it once, and it really looks nice. Okay. So, hold on, that got caught on there. There we go. So, what we need to do is figure out a pattern that we want to do. So, if we want to put, like, this one in the, now this one I am going to cut the, there's no point in taking that off easily. There's nothing to be gained. I got to cut the loop off no matter what I do. So, it's like if we want to use that, it's very pretty, even though it is plastic. It's very pretty. And then I could use these big glass ones on either end. I have some bead caps I could use if I wanted. Let me get the loop pins out. When I get these at Hobby Lobby, whenever they go on sale, if I'm in there and the findings are on sale, whether I need them or not, I grab another bag because they come in handy. Okay, this is a glass bead, and you just simply put it on like that. And then I can just set it like that. And, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and loop it, because if I don't use it in this, it'll be looped for another project. So let's just go ahead. I do this sometimes. That's why I have a box of charms, because sometimes I don't use them, and when I don't use them, then I have them for other projects. And so we have one. And this one's gorgeous. Now that's a one-of-a-kind piece. So we could actually hook that onto there, have that one, and then up here we could do a different one like that. See that? And or we could do there's this one. I have these in 3 different colors: clear, cream, and black. And then there's this one, which is clear with a white center, which would kind of go with the white center and the gold on that one. And then I could do, here's another pink reflective one. I'd have to take it off, but then I'd be destroying that. But let's see if I have another one. Here's another one that could go there. And then we could hook the chain onto that. I think that might be fun. So let's put it, what we'll do is I'll just make up the chain pieces. And so this is how you make a chain. You just pick your, now again, if it's, the hole is really big, you're okay when you have a loop on the end. But if I was putting a head pin on there, it'd go straight through. And that's why I have those little bead caps here that are tiny that you can use for that. Now they're gold, so I don't really know if I want to use them on this. But I could use those if it was a head pin. But since we have a loop, we're okay. And I'll just do another loop on the other side. Just loop it around. Cut it with my little tool, which I'm probably going to have to replace this year. It's getting very hard to cut sometimes. And then just loop it around. Make sure it's closed up good. Alright. And then we're going to do the center one. Now, you could do this with little beads on each side. Did it have little beads? I can't remember. Or you can just do it plain. I'm just going to do it plain, like this. And then loop the other side. See, that's the only problem, is the hole is kind of big, and so the thing's going to go in there a little bit. So I got to be real careful to do a very small loop on the other side to kind of match it well. You don't want to have one really big loop and one that disappears into the thing. So I'm going to try to do both of them kind of small. So I'm kind of bending it around, trying to get that real tiny, and so that it matches as close as possible to the other one. And then I kind of want them to go the same direction, so I'm going to take the 2 pliers and I'm going to grab each side and just pull them so that they're the same direction. And I'll do that on all the beads. Just make sure that they're the same, somewhat the same direction. That is not working. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. Put it on there. We'll loop that one. The preliminary work takes you a couple minutes, but then actually putting it together will be really fast and easy. That's interesting. This head pin must have been put in the wrong box because it's very lightweight compared to the other ones. Alright. Sometimes that happens. I'll break into a new... Now, they do sell shorter ones too, which come in handy for smaller beads. I don't always have those. This might be one I cut too, but I think this was a shorter one. So we'll get that, and then we'll loop them together and see how it looks. The fun thing about a project like this is if you don't like it, let's see, you just take it apart and redo it. Hold on. It is fighting me. Trying to, probably would have been better to use the double loop. Okay, so now I think I need to do jump rings. So let me go get some jump rings. Okay, I think this is a good size. It'll hook onto here, which I guess I didn't need to leave that open, but that's okay. Go ahead and shut it up. These are very big links, so we're going to have to really make sure they touch so that everything stays together. Because if that jump ring can slide through, then it is going to come undone. So it's harder to do it on something like this. And you almost have to kind of bend them down together. I think that's good. And we'll do the same over here. I'll go ahead and put the jump ring on. Why not? And then I will close it up. Okay. Bit of a challenge with these big giant links sometimes to get them to, okay, I believe that's good. Yeah, not quite. Remember what I told you, you gotta kind of want them to grind together. Now, a little bit harder to do on a big piece like this, so let's see if I can get it to do that. I think it's going to be about as good as I can get it. I think that's closed up. I don't think the jump ring will come off of that. Let's see. No, I think it'll be okay. All right. Now we're going to what we're going to do next is just hook everything together. So we'll take this little piece, we'll open it up, and we'll put it on the jump ring. So we'll hook this first one, hold on, onto the jump ring, close it up, I always like to get in there and straighten it out. And okay, so the first piece is on, then we'll open that and put the next one on. Now my links are not going to be perfect. I know a lot of people do perfect loops, and I try, but sometimes I have some that are longer. And if you really want it to be perfect, then you can do it. There's two. And if I was making this as and I may go back and change it, but I think the whole point of things being handmade is they're not perfect. They're a little bit, different. Nothing has to be perfect. Okay, let me open up this side and hook that on. And close it back up. That was actually down into the bead a bit. It pulled out a little bit of the, oh, I can smell dinner cooking. I don't like that it's crossed over. It crossed over on me, and I do not like that. Let's see if I can get it to go like it's supposed to. There we go. Okay, and then our last one is this little bead here. There we go. Now I like doing these necklaces that are kind of not matchy, although I do like, and the funny thing is in life I tend to be a symmetrical person, but for some reason with jewelry I don't mind that not being symmetrical, but I hate to have like, oh, if I'm putting three things on three things up on the fireplace, let's say, I'll put one in the middle and one on each side. I'm funny that way. My husband sometimes just laughs at me because he knows how funny I am. I've gotten better about it, but okay, so here's how it looks. And then what we'll do is now we got to figure out what we're going to hook into. I mean, we can hook into just the chain, but that seems kind of sad. And the chain, although we could do that, and I think what they had done was they had linked this on there, and maybe that's what you were supposed to hook into. I don't know. That could be. And I would do that, except it's bright gold, and that would just clash with this. So, like I said, I love the idea of the key, but it would stick straight out. So let me look in here and see if we have a great big jump ring we could use for now. Something that's maybe brass. Problem is I have a lot of gold. I do have a large brass jump ring here. Let's see if these would work. Oh, I hate when the bags won't open. Hold on. This is a really lightweight bag, so it's probably gonna tear before it'll open. Nope, it opened. Okay. So I have these nice. Now these are the ones that look like a keychain. So I probably should have left it open because I can put it on though very easily. Just you open it like you're putting a key on a keychain. And I kind of like these because you're less likely to have something come off of it because of the fact. Okay, hold on. But it's hard to hold it open and slide the thing at the same time. Let's try it this way. See if I can get that in there. I'm trying to keep it on camera too. That makes it a little harder. Okay, did it. Look at that. And we can still put some kind of pretty beaded tassel on there. So like when we hook it, we can have something pretty hang off of this first link. So I'm trying to think what we could do. Now I do have a pretty drop. So we could take, let's take a head pin. Do I have one up here? Yes. I could take a pretty drop like that and then loop it. I'm trying to keep this from being too long of a video. Loop it around. Okay. Loop it like that because I want to do something with a little movement in it. I don't want to do just like 2 or 3 beads on one strand, which you can do. You absolutely can do that. But I like to kind of give it a little movement by hanging it off of something else. So if I take another one of these, and then we can pick something like, we could take this one and put a loop on top. Now a lot of times I will layer, like on this one it's so pretty, I could put, see if the bead cap would fit on it. It changes the shape of it though. I don't think that looks good. It makes it square on top. I don't like that. Do have this one, which is kind of pretty. Makes the bead look a little rounder. So let's do that. Hold on. Let's put these bead caps on there. It makes a kind of flat bead look a little more rounded. Where's the other one? I know I had 2 of them out. Well, I can get one right here. See, it kind of rounds the bead out. What do you think? Oh, we'll try it. If we don't like it, you know, but just do something different. And then we'll loop it. Whoop, went flying. I'm trying to be more careful than that, but I'm trying to keep this video from being an hour long. Okay. And then we'll hook this onto that bead. Not sure I like these bead caps. They're kind of not sitting real straight. Kind of nervous that they're not going to look right. I think it'll look fine. Then we'll hook this onto, I'll put it on another jump ring, put it on a kind of big one. It's a sturdy big piece, so it kind of looks nice to have the bigger jump rings. So put that on the jump ring, and then we'll put it on the same jump ring, or the same loop that the actual jump ring is on. And we'll close it up. Remember, doing it so that we feel them grind on each other. That one's good. And then there we have a drop that can hang off. So you'd wear the necklace basically like this. Hold on, let me move this stuff out of the way. Okay, move it so I can lay it down and show you. So you'd wear it kind of like this. The top would be plain. Oops. And you'd wear it so that this was on either side, whichever way you wanted to wear it. And then you'd have this dangle at the bottom. Now, you could do like they did and hook. I could have hooked that on the lobster claw and then hooked it onto there. That's another way to do it. And you can do that, especially if you do a more neutral beads here, then you could have different ones to hang on there. But this one's definitely pink. It's very Eastery. Valentine's Day. You could wear this all spring, really. And I know the brass gives it a heavier look, but I still think it's cute. And then to make earrings, you would just have to, probably what I would do is take 2 of these drops, and since I have more of those, I'll make one earring show you, and then I'll make the other one in a minute. Let's see. Let me see if I have a head pin big enough. Out. Well, hold on. I've got a bunch of them in here. I just got to dig one out. So we could take this, we could put this on there, and we could do the same bead cap like this that we did on the drop. And see? And just make the same drop, except this time I didn't put that. And you could put it, get some light. You could either do it just like that or do it like this, so that the earring was as a solid piece. You could do that, or you could do it like that. Either way. Whatever I decide to do, I'll show you in a picture, but I'm going to make this one up like this, just to do it a different way. And show you how it looks. I don't think I have any ear wires out. I just cut it, and this is a little bit more of a brassy colored, bright brass colored ear wire. It didn't come out. It's not as dark, so I'd probably have to redo it. But anyway, you could do it either way. And you could do this either way. If you liked it one piece, or you could do it 2-piece for all 3 pieces this way, or all 3 pieces this way. I'm just trying to give you an option of different ways to do it. And I think it's fun, and just another way to use a big old chunky piece of chain, but make it a little bit more delicate, because everything doesn't have to be heavy with the brass. So anyway, I hope you like that. I will post a picture at the end with the earrings finished and it all hanging onto, I can't get it on camera without taking the camera up, down, and moving it. So what I'll do is at the end of the video, I will have a photo with this on my my display. I might have to cinch this up because it'll be too long, but I can at least show you how it hangs, and I'll make the other earring and show you how those look. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Just trying to give you some ideas. This would also be fun for a bracelet. You could do bracelets this way too. You could take a piece of chain like this and just put a little piece of bracelet on either end and do a center. Or you could do the whole bracelet as beads. We'll do a few of those. But anyway, I hope you like it. It's a way to use your one-of-a-kind beads, because these did not match, and these honestly did not have to match either. The only thing that really has to match, and doesn't really if you like different, is the earrings. But you don't have to even match the earrings if you don't want to. So anyway, I will be back. This is Wednesday. You'll be seeing this. Goodwill has assured me all 4 boxes will come the day you're watching this, Wednesday. So, because I told them, hey, you know, I need these boxes. So I have 4 boxes of jewelry coming supposedly tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. You'll be watching this Wednesday. The day you watch this, they should be coming today so that I can do a video for you on Friday. So anyway, I'm sorry I didn't have a video up Monday. The day just got away from us. We had a lot going on. We had to help our kids with some stuff, and my husband's getting ready to go back full time. He had worked 1 day and then he was off for 3, and now he's going back for 4 days, and just trying to get all our ducks in a row to make it a smooth transition after he's been home for 13 weeks. So I just couldn't do it. I really tried, but I just couldn't do it. So we'll be back on track now, 3 videos a week, and you know, I might make it up for you later in the week, but if not, next week will be 3 videos. So anyway, thank you again, and I will be back soon. I decided to come back with a little bit of extra video just to show you the 2 different earrings that I did. I'll still take pictures and show them here in a minute, but I wanted to show you, here's the pair that moves more, that has the 2 pieces, and oh, my camera's not wanting to focus. What's going on? Is it getting it? Okay, so there's the one with the 2 pieces. And then I did the set with the single head pin, and they're just as pretty. And people have preferences. Some people prefer one stationary pin like this, and some prefer when they move like this. So it really comes down to personal taste. It hangs it down a little longer too. A lot of the earrings you'll see me wear that I've made have 2 or 3 sections because that's my preference. But I do like this type of earring as well. But anyway, I wanted to hop in and show you that. I'm still going to take pictures and put them right after this. All right, bye.